All right, guys, this right here is a huge story that's not getting nearly enough coverage. Iran's supreme leader, the Grand Ayatollah, opens the door to negotiations with the United States over Tehran's nuclear program. What? Bro, tensions have never been higher than they are right now, and this is totally out of left field. Remember, Israel attacked the head of Hamas's political wing who was negotiating a ceasefire. They attacked and killed that guy in Tehran, Iran, recently. So that's Israel doing an offensive strike on Iranian soil, which is a red line. And it looked like holy fucking shit. And they also attacked Beirut, Lebanon. So you're looking at a Hezbollah reaction, an Iranian reaction. America sent warships there. And now in this moment, he's basically like, look, I don't want war. Let's talk, let's negotiate, and let's get out of this. And now he's saying the nuclear stuff is back on the table. Okay. Iran's supreme leader opened the door Tuesday to renew negotiations with the United States over his country's rapidly advancing nuclear program, telling its civilian government there was no harm in engaging with its enemy. Ayatollah Khamenei's remarks set clear red lines for any talks taking place under the government of reformist President Masoud Pezeshkian, and renewed his warnings that Washington wasn't to be trusted. Now, by the way, I should point out, when Israel attacked in Tehran and killed the head of Hamas's political wing, it was the day of the inauguration of the new moderate president, Pezeshkian. That's Israel saying, we don't want peace. Go fuck yourself. We want war. That's what that is. God, Israel is such a fucking rabid dog, man. Iran just elected a guy who's like, I believe in peace negotiations, I don't want war. And Israel's like, that's nice, we want war. You gotta reel them in. You gotta reel them in, bro. I mean, Netanyahu needs to be locked up. They continue here, but his comments mirror those around the time of Iran's 2015 nuclear deal with world powers, which saw Tehran's nuclear program greatly curtailed in exchange for lifting of economic sanctions. Yet it remains unclear just how much room Pezeshkian will have to maneuver, particularly as tensions remained high in the wider Middle East over the Israel-Hamas war. It's not a war, it's a genocide. And the U.S. prepares for a presidential election in November. This does not mean we cannot interact with the same enemy in certain situations, Khamenei said, according to a transcript on his official website. There is no harm in that, but do not place your hopes in them. In other words, what he's saying is, look, the U.S. are fucking liars, but we still should try to make a deal. By the way, this is so disturbing to me and so upsetting because one of the best things Obama did was the Iranian nuclear agreement. Guys, it worked. It worked. The whole point of the Iranian nuclear agreement is, all right, we're going to give you back your own money that we stole. We're going to ease sanctions against you, and in return for that, you need to allow in the UN, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA. They need to come in and regulate your nuclear facilities, and you're only allowed to enrich for your power grid and for scientific research, and you can't enrich to the point where you can make a weapon. That was the deal. Over a dozen times, the IAEA went in there and said, they're following the deal to a T. They're following the deal. And then what happened? We destroyed the deal, ripped up the deal, and didn't abide by what the terms were. Trump ripped it up and pulled out of it. He ripped it up and pulled out of it. So they followed the deal. We stabbed them in the back anyway. Then Biden gets back in. Biden ran on, we're going to get back in the Iranian deal. Then he didn't. And then now, how's Kamala running? Kamala's not running saying we're going to get back in the Iran deal. She's not. She's running warmongering on Iran. She just did that in her speech the other day. Now, I hope that's just public posturing, and I hope that behind the scenes, she's willing to get back in that deal. Because again, it's like we keep being given these opportunities to like, hey, you can course correct here. It's better than war, right? And no. The West and the U.S. are saying, fuck off, right? It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Khamenei, who's 85 years old, has occasionally urged talks or dismissed them with Washington after then-President Donald Trump unilaterally withdrew from the deal in 2018. There have been indirect talks between Iran and the U.S. in recent years, mediated by Oman and Qatar, two of the United States Middle East interlocutors when it comes to Iran. Khamenei's remarks came a day after Qatar's prime minister visited the country. As for comment, the U.S. State Department told Axios, we will judge Iran's leadership by their actions, not their words. I can't stand how smug the United States is, man. I really can't. You're judging them when they're saying, hey, we're open to another deal, And we were the ones who fucked up the last deal. And then we're judging them? They should be judging us. Fuck. I hate these people. We have long said that we will ultimately view diplomacy as the best way to achieve an effective, sustainable solution with regard to Iran's nuclear program. However, we are far away from anything like that right now, given Iran's escalations across the board, including its nuclear escalations and its failure to cooperate with the IAEA. We ripped up the deal. We pulled out of it. So they said, okay, I guess we're not going to allow the IAEA in now. And now you're blaming them for not allowing him in. It's our fault. Our fault. We did it. We're the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Oh my God. Oh my God. In order to work in the U.S. State Department or the Pentagon, like, you have to be professionally the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. You think these people don't know this? And by the way, we're far away from making a deal. The deal parameters are already made. It's the Iranian nuclear agreement from 2015. Jump back in that, you fucking asshole. What do you want to do? Change the terms and make them more strict? If anything, you should weaken the terms because we're the one who ripped up the agreement and they're the one who abided by it. I hate these people. If Iran wants to demonstrate seriousness, oh my God, or a new approach, they should stop nuclear escalations and start meaningfully We don't get to pull out of the deal and rip it up and then tell them, but you need to still abide by it, even though we're not abiding. We still want to sanction you. We still want to rob your money, but you need to abide by the deal. Why would they abide by it? Oh my God. What? And why is the Associated Press not saying any of these things that I'm telling you? This is how Americans get, like, miseducated on this shit. This is so misleading. Since the deal's collapse, Iran has abandoned all limits that they put on. Gee, I wonder why. The deal didn't collapse. We pulled out of it. And enriches uranium up to 60% purity. Weapons grade level is 90%, so they're still short of that. Surveillance cameras installed by the IAEA have been disrupted. Again, gee, I wonder why. While Iran has barred some of the Vienna-based agency's most experienced inspectors. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, this goes on here. The fact of the matter is this. Hezbollah in Lebanon has been perfectly clear. Iran has been perfectly clear. Everybody not named Israel and the United States have been perfectly clear. We don't want war. It's going to end badly for everybody. Let's find a way out of this. Let's negotiate. Let's get to a peaceful conclusion. And it's Israel and the U.S. are the ones who are blocking peace. Period. Full stop. And you need to know that. And our media has done a horrible job educating you on the facts. They didn't put so much important context in this. But at least they wrote the article saying even the Grand Ayatollah, who's very right-wing and conservative, even he's like, all right. Probably because he feels like, bro, we're on the brink right now. We are so close with how insane Israel's acting, prodding Hezbollah and Iran to attack. I think Iran and Hezbollah are both smart enough to know that Israel is prodding them because they want the war. They want the war. They want you to attack so that they can attack back and they can drag the U.S. in and the U.S. then fights the wars for them. That's what they want. They're smart enough to know that. So now they're like, okay, let's do this thing where we just keep stressing we want peace every step of the way so the rest of the world knows who's at fault here. Who's the vicious empire and their client state full of psychotic genocidal freaks. So anyway, there you have it. This is a big deal. In a world that made sense, Kamala Harris would come out today or Joe Biden would come out right now and they would say we're getting back in the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement and we're going to do it today. We want peace. We want peace. We don't want war. We're going to bring peace. And then make a big deal of it, make a big show of it. Us Democrats got peace with Iran, yay! And then let the right flip out and argue against peace. Let them do it. But really, we don't do that. Why? Because of AIPAC, because of Israel. They want the war. We give them money, we give them weapons, we let them attack everybody, and then we act surprised, right? So, anyway, let's get it done, man. Let's get peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.